Parts of the country will spend their Christmas cleaning up after tornadoes rip through, killing at least 11 people. We'll look at what's heading our way. And storms are not keeping people from trying to fly. We'll check in with the Now's Sally Mamdouh to see how the airport is looking. Before we get to those top stories, we must talk again about the question on everybody's mind right now. It sounds like it could be a white Christmas, just kind of depending on where you are in terms of how white it is.
It's going to be really white, Lindsay, if you're in the mountains. Anywhere along or west of the Divide, we're talking.
Thanks, Mike. The weather here is mild compared to the rest of the country. At least 11 people were killed as strong storms slammed the South and Midwest. One of those who died was a boy in Mississippi, only 7 years old. 40 other people have gotten hurt. The damage in Tennessee and Mississippi is so bad, the governor has declared a state of emergency. ABC reporter Elizabeth Hurd joins us with a look at the devastation. Well, the devastation is just awful, especially right before Christmas. A family is finding hope after it turns out their cat, who they thought had died, actually survived the tornado.
Callie the cat, and so you thought Callie was lost, right?
Yes.
Where did you find her?
She came out of the bedroom. She was hiding up under the dresser.
I mean, we all love our animals. What was the first thing that went through your mind?
I know my wife would be happy.
And just to give you a sense of what Callie made it through, that same tornado flipped a tractor trailer as it moved northward into Tennessee. Good time to mention our Storm Shield app. It alerts you to any storms heading your way before they hit. You'll get a message sent straight to your phone. This next story has people talking. Former Penn State football coach Jerry Sandusky, who's sitting in prison for sexually abusing 10 boys, he's now getting more than $200,000. A judge ruled he should get that money for back pension payments. So he'll get a check for more than $200,000 next week, and then regular monthly pension payments of about $5,000 starting in January. Sandusky is serving up to 30 years in prison, and he'll be 98 years old when he's first up for release. Another state is following in New York's footsteps and trying to put a stop to betting on fantasy sports. The Attorney General in Illinois says it's illegal gambling. If his opinion holds up, it would mean that FanDuel and DraftKings will need to stop accepting bets in that state. Right now, fantasy sports are legal under federal law that prohibits other forms of online gambling, but states are allowed to set their own regulations. Right now, some people are still scrambling to get those Christmas gifts. It's not too late. The Now's Russell Haythorne joins us from the Arc Thrift Store with a look of what's possible when it comes to last-minute shopping. Way to get it done, Russell, and on a pretty amazing budget there. This is always a day where some are running around to get last-minute gifts. Others are rushing to get to their Christmas destination. We sent the Now's Sally Mamdouh to DIA to see how those lines are looking. So those lines are intense.
Yeah, I've definitely traveled on the 24th. Not a fun experience. It's actually a much better experience to travel on Christmas Day.
That makes sense.
A little slower.
I think Thanksgiving is the same way. Fewer people, and you can kind of zip through a little faster.
Absolutely. Well, lots going on tonight on Denver 7 at 5 and 6. Some of Denver's homeless. So, Lindsay, that should be an interesting story.
You saw a little bit of that, so interested to hear more.
It definitely piqued my interest today when I saw that.
Never heard of that before. So
all right, we'll see you in a bit.
Thanks, Molly. Up next here on The Now, a teen just pulled from a massive mudslide describes what it was like being trapped there for more than 2 days. And it's a video we never get tired of seeing. A Marine's surprise reunion with his wife. Big news out of Brussels. Police there say they just arrested a 9th suspect connected to the terror attacks in Paris. Right now, we don't know much about him, only that he's 30 years old and called Abdullah C. Police say he'd been in contact with a cousin of the suspected ringleader. Both the ringleader and that cousin were killed 5 days after the attacks during a standoff with police. 130 people died in the terrorist attacks in Paris last month. It has been 1 day since a 19-year-old man was pulled from that massive mudslide in China. He's now talking about the frightening ordeal from the hospital. Tian Zemming was buried for more than 60 hours before rescuers found him. He says he was trapped in an office of a 5-story building that collapsed as the wall of mud engulfed it. He was able to move one of his hands to reach for water and some snacks. So far, he is the only person to make it out of that mudslide. Another 70 people are still missing. And get out your tissues. This next story might have you getting a little emotional. It's about a very special reunion 4 months in the making. The Now's Katie Johnson joins us from Florida with the story. Oh, so sweet. The pair married in September and didn't plan on seeing each other until the end of January. So as you can imagine, this was a huge surprise for Kelly. She plans on moving to California next February so she can live where Peter is stationed. We all know some people wait until the very last minute to buy Christmas presents. You're one of them too. You might be surprised by just how much company you have. And they say curiosity killed the cat. Well, in this case, it came close and left a home in shambles. We've heard of waiting until the last minute, but this might be taking it a little too far. The Now's Molly Hendrickson joins us with some surprising numbers on last-minute shopping. Were you? I pegged you as someone who was all organized, had everything back in June, but I guess you just never know who the procrastinators are among us. I'm the same way.
I'm bad.
Thanks, Molly. Speaking of Christmas presents, Santa is on the way. He's already busy right now on the other side of the world. This year, for the 60th year in a row, NORAD is monitoring his progress. If you didn't know, their Santa tracking station is actually right here in Colorado at Peterson Air Force Base in the Springs. Volunteers are providing real-time updates on Santa's location. Be sure to check out our website, thedenverchannel.com, to see where he is right now. Always a really cool thing to show the kids tonight. And right now, conditions look great for Santa and his sleigh here in Colorado. But what about for tonight? Let's get over to Mike again to see if some snow might be
He's
getting
over
in
London.
Santa's way. Nice.
You say you are from London. Yes. Well, around here, we're going to...
I think we're pretty lucky here in Colorado, considering the weather elsewhere, just crazy storms.
We're pretty lucky in Colorado in general, but
Always.
in particular with this particular weather.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thanks, Lindsay.
Now to some cats causing Christmas trouble. This is at a home in the Seattle area. It's kind of like that scene out of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when the cat chews on the Christmas lights. Nothing funny about this, though. The tree and house went up in flames after two felines are suspected of biting on some lights.
And saw the whole tree was engulfed and the couch was engulfed and the living room was engulfed like that.
The family did get out okay, and the house is not a total loss. As for those cats, they were unresponsive at first, but firefighters, as you can see here, were able to save their lives using pet oxygen masks. In some households, it is not Christmas until you hear that famous phrase, "You'll shoot your eye out." Who can forget Ralphie's mom saying no to his Lone Ranger BB gun? Just in time for Christmas, we're getting a look inside that iconic home from the movie A Christmas Story.